For today's lesson, we are going to take a closer look at zeros and intercepts. So SOL 8.7, the student will investigate and analyze linear and quadratic function families and their characteristics both algebraically and graphically, including zeros and intercepts. All right, so we briefly touched on zeros and intercepts when we were in our graphing unit. For this lesson, we're not going to touch too much on Desmos, but Desmos is a way to help you visually see where your zeros and your x-intercepts are. Something I do want to draw your attention to is right here where it says 0 equals root equals intercept equals solutions. All four of those are the same. So there's a saying that's called Red Sox, where you have roots, solutions, zeros, and x-intercepts. They all mean the same thing. These are four different ways where you will see on the SOL where they will ask you to find your x-intercepts or your solutions or your zeros or your roots. They all mean where your function crosses your x-axis. All right, so taking a look. So again, we're going to look at intercepts and zeros. So we're going to be looking at the y-intercept as well, which is just a y-intercept. But then we're going to see the different ways they're going to ask us to identify our x-intercept using the terms root, solutions, and zeros. So for the first one, it says find the x and y intercept of the function. So remember, when a function is in standard form, we can use that thumb method. So if we cover up the y value and solve for x, we will see that our x-intercept is going to be 5/2. And then we're going to cover up our x term and solve for y, and we get that our y-intercept, is going to be 5/3. Okay? Now looking at the graph, it asks us, what are the zeros? All right, so remember, zeros, root, solutions, x-intercepts. So anytime you're given a graph, you're just going to look for your x-intercepts. So we have an x-intercept at x equals -1 and x equals 2. All right, so those are your solutions. So from there, x equals -1 and x equals 2, when we factor the quadratic, find our two factors, and set our two factors equal to 0, this is what we come up with. We come up with our solutions of x equals -1 and x equals 2. All right, now we're just going to take a look at some more examples. So again, given the graph, what are the zeros? Again, you're looking right at your x-intercept. So we have an x-intercept at -2 and an x-intercept at 4. So our zeros are x equals -2 and x equals 4. All right. Again, it's asking us, now looking at the graph, to find our zeros again. So again, we're looking right at our x-intercepts on the graph. And we find that our zeros are x equals 0 and x equals 3. All right. All right. Now we're going to take a look at it a different way. So now we've looked at examples of finding zeros from the graph. Now here's another way for asking us the same thing, but just in a different way. So what are the x-intercepts of the graph of the following equation? So here we can see we have y equals x squared minus 49. All right, so similar to the thumb method that we used in the previous example, anytime you're looking for your x-intercept, you're going to plug in 0 for y. So plug in 0 for y. All right, so I would have 0 equals x squared minus 49. Now we have to factor. Looking here, we do not have a GCF, so we have x plus 7, x minus 7 equals 0, and we find that our x-intercepts are -7 and 7. All right, so again, here's another way. We're looking for the x-intercept, but it gives us this f of x here. F of x is the same as saying y, so y and f of x are the same. They are the same. So again, we're going to plug in 0. So we have 0 equals 4 minus 5x. So again, we're going to solve for x. So we're going to subtract 4 on both sides. We get negative 4 is equal to a negative 5x. Divide by negative 5 on both sides, and we get x is equal to 4 over 5. All right, now it's switched up on us. It's asking us for our y-intercept. So looking at our equation, we have y equals 2x minus 3. Remember, anytime it is in slope-intercept form, remember slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. We just simply identify our b, and our y-intercept is negative 3. It's asking us again, what is the y-intercept of the graph of the following equation? So we have negative y. All right, so remember, we cannot leave our variables negative. So I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by negative 1 to get y equals negative 2x plus 5. And we see that our b for this example is negative 5. All right, so now it's time to test your understanding of x-intercepts, y-intercepts, and dealing with the different vocabulary of root, solution, zeros, and x-intercept in the next 4 examples.